Hey everybody, welcome to the update video. So 2024 has definitely been a year to say the least. My job at the start of the year had some fairly consistent shifts, but with summer approaching has gone down to we got some really good stuff out throughout the year so far, but also had to sadly delay a few projects, as you guys may have noticed. And while my energy for video editing and animation has been kind of flatlining after a good year or so of burnout, I am slowly getting back into it. I've been trying to get out of the house a little bit more this year and doing a bit more than just sitting around in front of the computer, and it has honestly done a lot for my mental health. I actually took a holiday for myself for a couple of days earlier this year, and it was the most therapeutic thing. Not having to tie myself to any major things and actually getting to live a little bit felt so satisfying. But while mentally healing this year has been pretty groovy, I've got a channel to run, and you guys want to know what's going on next. I will start off by saying that June probably won't have too many in the way of major videos. I know this is YouTube's Golden Goose Month, but with a big family trip coming up, I don't want to just rush out a bunch of stuff simply to make a bit of quick bank. But a couple of things are brewing for the month. A couple of compilations, some Timbits, and a music video I've actually been wanting to work on for a little bit. Some of you guys may have noticed that Meet the Cartoonians weekends didn't happen last month, and it probably won't be this month either. We had delays with recordings and a couple of the scripts, so we had to hold off a little bit longer than I had planned to, but the first one I have actually gotten a fair bit of animation done on, and we're finally getting the other ones recorded and ready to go. Currently targeting a July or August release date depending on how these get done, followed by two other events we'll be announcing and releasing hopefully later this year. Putting it together we'll release this month. I've been working on some additional animation bits for that, and episode 6 has actually had some work done for a little bit. We've gotten most of the voice recording track done, we just gotta get a few things in terms of music sorted, but I've also started doing some animation earlier in the year, and it is looking to be a really fun episode. With episode 7 almost being fully recorded and just needing a few other assets, you can expect both of these to land in September. The remaining episodes of the year we're still figuring out a little bit depending on what we've got on our schedule and what shorts we'll be working on, but I will say that Cold Wheels is a guarantee for December. That one's already started recording and really just needs a few new sets and assets before we can get started on it. The sing-along DVD we also teased back in January will likely be done around August or September, depending on how things go. And that's pretty much it for the Crotoonia stuff at the moment. Tons of fun projects in the works, and lots of great stuff the team's doing at the moment, but just need some time to cook in the oven. Moving on to other projects, you guys might have heard about a new project I'm working on with my friend Colson called Thomas's Ready to Play Adventures. We've been brewing ideas for this for the last year or so, and it's been kind of a blast to work on, honestly. It's not going to be quite to the professional scale of Crotoonia, and there's still some stuff we're getting sorted out before we start filming, but it is kind of refreshing doing this sort of project and kind of doing something with, you know, a lot more of a homemade feel than trying to go super professional for everything. Not to mention how big the sets are gonna get, holy moly. We're aiming to film some pilot shorts next week if all goes well, so that we can kind of get that ready for August before we start filming the main series in July for a September release date if all goes well. With all this in mind, Primetime will be returning in September alongside possibly an older format that actually spawned from, along with potentially other events for the channel. As for what's left, Ramblings is kind of in an interesting spot. I've got ideas and stuff I'll be working on as short videos before the trip, but thanks to burnout and lack of audience interest, the relaunch of the series as a standalone thing did not go nearly as planned. It's largely my fault because I didn't really plan any new stuff for the channel when we relaunched, but you know, it's a good excuse for me to finally get back on the horse, especially with YouTube being increasingly dumber with the whole monetization thing. The All Engines Go video I plan to finish for September with some help from a few friends I'm going to be commissioning for the project, but the surprise success of another video on the Milan's Ramblings channel has actually given me some motivation to work on another long-form project I've wanted to do for a while, though this one will be a solo effort, so it's probably going to take just as long to get done, possibly even longer, since I'll be doing that one on my own. That channel ain't making any money anytime soon, so I can't really invest into it at the moment. Oh, and the vlogs I'm getting done this summer, lots of new stuff I can actually dig up for those too. And that's everything in the works at the moment. Sorry this isn't the most polished update or anything, but with the way things are at the moment, I felt like giving a more low-key update video would probably fit the vibes a bit better. There's other stuff I want to mention and stuff I'm gonna be giving some touch-ups to soon, but it's gonna take time to do, and I've already got a lot on my plate, so I don't want to hype up too much else at the moment. As per usual, if you guys want to help out, please consider pledging to the Patreon or checking out some of our merch. I also have a Ko-Fi if you want to just throw in any quick little donations without having to tie yourself to anything. Anything helps with the way things have been recently, but also make sure to put yourself first before donating or pledging or anything. That being said, I hope you guys like this bite-sized little update, and I hope to see you guys soon for whatever video ends up coming next. See you soon!